All right, YouTube. This is a 2004 Dodge Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi, and it's got the infamous red lightning bolt flashing on the dash. Truck is going on limp mode. There's ways that you can figure out what causes it, and we're gonna go over it right now. So, for example, if you're having the same issue, you're trying to start the truck. As soon as you put it on drive or reverse, truck dies out. If you're driving, truck dies out, you put it in neutral, shut it off, turn it back on, truck will start, and it will get you from point A to point B. But if you continuously drive on it, truck will go on limp mode, and it's gonna give you a lot more problems. Or you might be stranded somewhere. So here's what to cover on this issue. So majority of times, when the truck does go on limp mode, it could be anything. So first of all, check all your sensors. When I mean by sensors, you have your map sensor, you have your cam position sensor, which is located right here under the alternator. That's your cam position sensor. Then you have your EGR. A lot of times a bad EGR valve itself can give you that symptom. Or the EGR hose will pop out of the intake manifold, and that will also give you that symptom. And then you also have your crank position sensor, which is located on the passenger side of the truck. And it is right in front of the transmission on the passenger side. That is your crank position sensor. And if one of those sensors are bad, that could also give you that issue. So if you don't have a code and you're getting that limp mode, what you do is you come out here, you check all your sensors. Make sure you're getting 5 volts to all these connections. If the connectors are not giving you 5 volts through it, then check your wiring. A lot of times there's a loose wire or a burnt wire, a cut wire that causes that as well. And then, so what you need to do is get a multimeter like this. All right, you can go to Walmart anywhere, get a cheap one. Put it in the volt setting. So go into the 20 volts like that. Unplug it. Put the truck key on the ignition, on the on position. And then we'll test it. I already tested all the sensors. I'm just going to show you how to test it, so that way you have a better idea. So come out here like this. Let's see if we can get it going. Okay, just make sure you follow the power line, and then once you follow that, you check it with the power lead, and then put that on the power side like that, and then hold it on the negative side. You should get about 5 volts. So like that, and then you see that right there, that's 5 volts. So pretty much that connector is good, and it should be fine. The EGR valve was already new. The owner already replaced it. So check all your sensors, make sure you're getting 5 volts through all of them. A lot of times people replace the throttle body. In some cases, the throttle body is not bad. So what causes that issue is the throttle body. If a throttle body goes bad, then you got to replace the throttle body, and that will solve your issue. But in most cases, it could just be one of these sensors going bad causing that issue. And if you're getting a code P0344, which is going to be your cam position sensor intermittent, that code right there normally goes if you're having a bad alternator or if you're having bad ignition coils. So in this case, the alternator was already replaced. I did test the alternator. Alternator was good. And there's videos on YouTube how to test the alternator, so you can check that out. What caused his issue on this truck, he had more than 3 bad coils. So we replaced all the coils, and the issue is gone. So pretty much more than 3 coils will cause that issue, or 1 coil. I've seen trucks with the same issue. It could just be the accelerator pedal position sensor, which is located right under the battery. And here's the part number for that. So I've worked on them before, and if that accelerator pedal position sensor goes bad, you have to do a relearn process, and you have to replace the part, do a relearn process. and that will take care of that, because that's another problem that causes the lightning bolt issue. And the bell crank house, that's the part number. That's located right under the battery. And the easiest way to get to that, let's see if we can get you a nice shot. So that's where that accelerator pedal position is located, right under the battery. And the easiest way to get to that is you come to the driver front, take out that fender flare, and it's right underneath the battery with 3 screws. And you can replace that. That should take care of it. So that's that. I've seen it also with bad batteries. If your battery got a dead cell, test your battery. So first thing you can do is test your battery, test your alternator, test all your plugs. Make sure your plugs, your connectors are actually giving 5 volts. And if you have 5 volts on all of them, check your, if you're gonna replace your sensors, I mean, you could do that too. It's a lot cheaper than buying a whole new throttle body, because that might not be it. In this case, this guy replaced alternator, the intake manifold, because I've seen it, that intake manifold itself can have a hole in it, and you can replace that too, and that also causes that issue with the lightning bolt. So just go through all of it, check it all. So throttle body, the throttle body valve, accelerator pedal position sensor, battery, alternator, coils, and all your sensors, the camshaft, map sensor, crankshaft position sensor, and your EGR valve. Make sure you check all of that, and make sure you have 5 volts going through it. And those are the symptoms on these trucks from 2002, I believe, to 2002 to 2022. And majority times the accelerator pedal positions go bad from 2003 and 2004. Those are the ones that normally go bad on. So once again, here's the part number for the bell house bell crank assembly for the accelerator pedal position sensor. And if you're getting the P0344, check your alternator and check your coils. If you have a bad coil, replace the coil. Or if you have more than 1 or 2, replace all of them. Because if you're going to replace one, you might as well replace all of them. That should take care of the issue, and your truck won't be on the limp mode anymore. Have a blessed day.